Hey, man, what y'all do for a living?
Man, look, bro, it's not even business, bro. We do our work.
Yeah, man, we make out, man. Island boy, man. Man, gay, man, say, man, man. Mwah.
See what Tesla doing, bro.
Tell the door, go,
Jack Doherty really went from being the internet's favorite kid to crashing out in front of everyone, and nothing about it was low-key. One wrong move stacked on top of another, and suddenly the same guy showing off supercars and acting like money never runs out is back at his mom's place begging for attention like it's his final chance. And honestly, that kind of fall hits different. One second he's flexing Lambos, throwing around OnlyFans cash like it's pocket change, living fast with zero worries, and the next he's stuck at home on his parents' couch, looking lost and trying to figure out how everything slipped through his hands so fast. To really understand how it got this messy, you have to go all the way back to 2017 when it first kicked off. A 14-year-old with a camera cracked a formula that looked way too easy to win with. Be loud, be irritating, push people past their limit, and record every second of it. That was the whole strategy. He would walk up to random people, keep crossing the line again and again, just waiting for someone to snap, and the more awkward and tense things got, the more views he pulled in. It wasn't even just pranks. It felt more like psychological games disguised as content.
Mom, I love you. But they want to know, when are you dropping your OF?
Me? No.
Oh, God, please, no! No!
And the algorithm ate it up. By 2019, the numbers were out of control. He was pulling in somewhere between $40,000 and $60,000 every single month just from ad revenue alone. Then you stack on brand deals, energy drinks, random mobile games, promos clearly pushed by people who never even cared about his content. And suddenly he's pulling in six figures like that's normal for a teenager. That kind of money changes how you think and how fast you can lose everything. But for Jack Doherty, it didn't calm things down. It pushed him even deeper into a lifestyle that was almost designed to fall apart. First came the mansion, not even owned, just rented for $30,000 a month because waiting wasn't his style. Then the cars started showing up one after another. A McLaren 720S, a Lamborghini Aventador pushing close to $500,000, multiple G-Wagons, and even a Rolls-Royce he claimed was worth $400,000. His audience watched all of it like proof that the dream lifestyle was actually real. Fast cars, huge houses, money coming in easy. It made everything look way too simple, like anyone could jump in and live like that. But behind all the flexing, the foundation was already shaky from day one. By 2022, that same prank formula just wasn't hitting anymore, and the money he got used to started slowing down hard. The game was shifting, and Jack didn't see it coming until it was already too late. YouTube's algorithm stopped pushing that same style of content, sponsors got way more selective, ad revenue dropped, and suddenly that easy money wasn't so easy anymore. So he started searching for a new way to stay on top, and what he chose had people looking twice. He launched what he called a talent management group, but how it actually worked told a different story. He started reaching out to young women on social media, usually around 18 to 20, who were already growing but still figuring out the business side. The pitch sounded smooth, easy money, fast growth, no pressure. But behind that offer, the reality hit way heavier, with contracts taking 50% to 70% of what those creators were making. And it didn't stop there. He wasn't just helping manage things, he had control over their posting schedules, their pricing, and even the kind of content they were expected to put out. What looked like a clean opportunity on the surface started turning into something far more controlling behind closed doors. McKinley Richardson, who was with Jack for 2 years, eventually spoke up and exposed what was really going on. She explained that she felt pressured into creating content that didn't match her personal values, with the added pressure that if she didn't go along with it, she could lose everything she had built. And it got even more intense. Leaked messages suggested he would compare the women around him against each other, turning everything into a numbers game: views, performance, growth. If someone didn't hit certain monthly targets, their visibility dropped or their deal could be cut completely. Everything started revolving around hitting goals and staying locked into his system. At one point, Jack even said on stream that he was making $500,000 a month just from McKinley's content alone.
Evil, bro, evil. He just took 500 grand a month from me.
$500,000 every single month. That's a massive shift in how he was making money. That's when everything really changed. His main income wasn't YouTube anymore. It wasn't pranks either. It was now directly tied to someone else's platform. But the turning point came fast. When McKinley decided she was done, she didn't leave quietly. She took control of her accounts, locked everything down, and stepped away completely in one move. Everything flipped overnight. Jack didn't just lose a relationship, he lost the core of that entire income stream at the same time. Instead of going quiet, he went live through it, trying to explain everything in real time.
Guys, look. Me and McKinley just broke up. The cops are outside of my house right now. She just called the cops on me, packed all her, took her car. everything. Insane, bro. I can't believe I dated that for the past 2 years, bro. It doesn't even seem real.
He sat there for hours going through receipts, saying he did everything for her and that she was lucky to even be with him. It wasn't just a breakup, it turned into a public meltdown. He really treated his own girlfriend like part of a business strategy and somehow still lost control of everything. But McKinley wasn't the first to walk away. She was just the last piece holding everything together before it collapsed.
I've done everything for this girl more than I've done more for this girl than I've done myself. She's changed me so much and I make so many sacrifices for her. You guys seen, like, I sacrificed my content for this girl. Like, I sacrificed my business for this girl. I made her my business. Like, I put all my time into her.
The moment the views dropped and the money started slowing down, reality hit hard. That entire image built on hype, fast money, and shaky ground started cracking. And this is where things got messy. Even with those income streams disappearing, Jack kept spending like nothing changed, around $90,000 every single month, while his YouTube income had dropped to maybe $15,000. That kind of gap only gets worse the longer you ignore it. Bills were stacking up, rent was due, people working with him needed to be paid, and those luxury cars weren't cheap to maintain. The pressure built quickly, and his options started running out. So he made a move. When influencers get desperate and steady money disappears, they start chasing fast money. That's when crypto entered the picture. He figured out how easy it was to launch a token, package it like an opportunity, and sell it to an audience that trusted him. He dropped a meme coin on Solana and pushed it everywhere. Posts, promos, nonstop hype.
Okay, guys, today's going to be the craziest day in crypto meme coin trading history. I'm very excited for today. I'm holding to a $100 million market cap on live, so make sure you guys tune in. You don't want to miss it.
The promises kept getting bigger, talking about massive returns and early access. He even shared screenshots showing huge gains, brought in other influencers to boost the image, and hinted that major exchanges might list it soon. It all looked legit on the surface, and for a moment, it actually worked. The price shot up fast, and people thought they got in at the perfect time. His Discord filled with people celebrating, posting profits, and watching their portfolios climb. The excitement spread quickly, and some went all in, draining savings and taking real risks. Then everything flipped. Within about 48 hours, blockchain data showed that Jack and people connected to him sold off around 87% of their tokens. The price collapsed, down 96%. The value disappeared almost instantly, and people who trusted him watched their money drop to nearly nothing. Estimates suggest around $2.8 million was lost by his audience, while he walked away with roughly $1.2 million. One move, and there was no undoing it. The crypto space didn't hold back either. Many called it one of the most obvious rug pulls of 2024, but Jack moved like he was untouchable, shifting money and acting like nothing could reach him. But while he was focused on that, something bigger was already building behind the scenes. October 15th, 2024, that's when everything started falling apart. Jack was live on Kick, driving his McLaren through downtown Miami in heavy rain, the kind of conditions where most drivers slow down. He didn't. The speed climbed to around 78 miles per hour, and that's when it went wrong. He lost control. The car hydroplaned for about 150 feet before slamming into a barrier. The impact was brutal, the frame bent, airbags deployed, and the entire scene was wrecked in seconds. It could have been worse, but what shocked people most wasn't just the crash. It was how he reacted. Instead of focusing on safety or checking on the cameraman, his attention went straight to the stream. He stayed live for another 8 minutes while emergency crews were on the way.
All right, listen, man. I just crashed my car. I lost 200 grand. I need to make my money back somehow.
During that time, he was reading comments, reacting to viewers, even telling people to boost the likes because of the crash. The clips spread fast, pulling around 15 million views across platforms within hours. The attention was massive, but so were the consequences. Kick banned him permanently for putting lives at risk on stream, cutting off an estimated $70,000 a month. And it didn't stop there. Brands started pulling out immediately. Energy drinks, mobile games, fashion deals, tech sponsors. No one wanted their name tied to something that reckless, and the losses kept stacking up. Between October and December 2024 alone, he reportedly lost around $1.8 million in sponsorship deals. Then things got worse. His insurance claim was denied, classified as reckless behavior tied to content creation. That decision hit hard, and now he wasn't just dealing with lost income. He was facing over $400,000 in immediate expenses, medical costs, car replacement, property damage, legal fees, and lawsuits all at once. That kind of pressure hits instantly, and there was no way his remaining money could keep up. The mansion was gone. The cars were repossessed. The team around him was let go. Everything that once looked untouchable started disappearing piece by piece, until the only place left was his mom's house. Some people still say it's a joke, like it's all part of a bit, but looking at everything that's happened, it doesn't feel like one. The pattern had been building for a long time. You just couldn't ignore it anymore. Even now, he's still trying to pull attention back, offering money for follows, writing usernames on his wall, teaming up with random creators just to stay visible.
All right, Island boys, kiss or slap?
Kiss.
Kiss?
Kiss.
Okay, all right, go. Oh!
But it hits differently now. At this point, it's clear the old methods aren't working. Going back to the same style of content, approaching random people and pushing boundaries, doesn't land the same. Because now people aren't watching for entertainment, they're watching to see what happens next. And that shift changes everything. This isn't just about one creator making bad decisions. It's a bigger example of how fast things can flip when everything is built on unstable ground. For years, shock content and controversy brought attention and money, and a lot of people followed that idea. But over time, that same pattern started catching up to him. The camera that once built his name is now showing every mistake in real time. When relationships turn into strategy, audiences into numbers, and platforms into shortcuts, things can fall apart fast. And in Jack's case, it all came back at once. It all caught up. If you want more stories like this, subscribe, because this isn't the only one.